we got a really cool project. This is actually a Supercharged 370z, but it's got an upgraded blower and an air-to-air kit and a big fuel system in it. So should actually have a lot of room to play with on this car. It's not going to be your everyday off-the-shelf 500 horsepower Stillen 370z. It should actually make a lot more than that. So I still got the stock motor in it.
All right, you should be good to go.
And we just actually flashed the base map on it already. So we're going to get it started up and do the drivability tuning. We'll start making pulls, take it pretty easy on pump gas, and then after that we'll drain the tank and fill it with the 85 and see what it does on kill mode. So enjoy the show. Okay, so we got the drivability stuff sorted out. The car drives awesome, drives like a stock Z. So we're going to start making pulls now, first on pump gas, see where we end up with boost with this blower and pulley combo, and then we'll do the 85 after. Okay, so we had some issues with one of the couplers collapsing underneath the blower. We got that straightened out, and we also tightened the belt on that jack shaft. Our first full pull on pump gas made 556 wheel horsepower and 420 foot-pounds. So really good starting out. The car is seeing 16 pounds of boost up at the top, so there's definitely more room to grow. We're going to give it a little bump on 93, and then we'll just do the rest of the power tuning on the 85 for safety. Okay, so we just wrapped up the pump gas tune. We still kept it conservative because we had the 85 in it anyways. And we made 570 wheel horsepower and 443 torque. So over the last clean pass that we had with it, or I guess you could call it your base map, picked up about 20 horsepower. 16 peak, but about 20 through the mid-range, which is a pretty decent sized jump, and then 23 foot-pounds of torque. So that mainly just came from adding a little bit of timing to help the engine's momentum. And just checking over the log, no knock, fuel trims are all good. We actually have the car running in full-time closed loop, so I can actually see how far off my tune is compared to the actual AFR control. And it's only within a couple percent, so it's nice and tight. The other thing that we're going to do now is we're going to drain the fuel tank with the Kinetik fuel pump tool. We're going to fill the car up with the 85. We already have a flex fuel strategy programmed into the tune. So we'll do some driving, make sure everything's good, and once that stuff is done, we'll start making pulls and we'll see what it taps out at. So we made a couple hits on E85 right now, and we're at 635 wheel horsepower with 488 foot-pounds. So really strong numbers. This is on the stock block. As a reminder, we made a couple more changes on the tune, and we're going to make one more pass on E85, and we'll see where we end up at. got wrapped up with Patrick's car. Final numbers on E85, 651 wheel horsepower, 497 foot-pounds of torque. Stock motor, seen about 15 pounds on the blower. Really smooth experience with the tune. The flex fuel strategy that we use and the flex fuel sensor and ECA that we use worked out really well. And we're using speed density, so we're not using mass effort meters, which makes sure that the tune is really accurate in high boost. But the car really responded well to E85. I think we could have pushed it more on pump gas, but that's really not the point. What we try to do with a 93 Tooner and boosted car is just make sure that it's stable and as knock-free as possible, and then we can really go all the way to the balls on the E85 tune. So we picked up 80 wheel horsepower and about 54 torque going from the pump gas to the E85. And here's what the graph looks like. Very linear power band on the supercharged cars. Since boost rises with RPM, you get a very steep ramp up all the way to the rev limiter and a nice flat torque curve to complement. So everything worked great on this car. You got quality parts, quality combo. The guys at Kinetik really killed it with the install, and SOHO Motorsports put together a great intercooler and air-to-air setup. So everything came together perfect, and it made seamless power and very high horsepower for the stock engine. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. Hey, Patrick? Yeah. Before I start